Good morning, everyone. How are you? It's me, Corey, the face of Koa and Koa Unplugged, the podcast. I thought I'd come on live because I've been sharing loads of posts, but I've not really come on live for a while. And I quite like to come on live because it just feels kind of raw and real and just in the flow rather than something that I'm posting. I guess there's a lot going on for me. If you've been following me, you'll see that I've been on this real journey of physical health, somatic health, mental health. This last 18 months has been a wild ride on many levels, including the loss of our beautiful cat Leo to cancer at New Year, on New Year. And also just a lot of transition, a lot of change, a lot of challenges, a lot of moments of joy, a lot of moments of healing and restoration, a lot of moments of being faced with things from my past that I hadn't quite dealt with. Some were trauma related, some not, that I just needed to process and navigate, and I have. And out of that has come a deeper sense of acceptance, a deeper sense of awareness, a deeper sense of gratitude, more self-compassion, kind of that reminder I'm not perfect and that's okay. And so it's been a real journey. And then of course I've been on this health journey as well, having a gluten and dairy intolerance. I'm finally really taking that seriously. I've given up alcohol because it just doesn't serve me anymore whilst I'm going through the menopause. And what a difference I've noticed just in a reduction in brain fog, in feeling brighter, in having more clarity in my thoughts, feeling more balanced and more regulated in my body. My breath feels more connected, more fluid. And we all have to choose our own paths when it comes to our somatic well-being, our physiological well-being, our mental well-being. So this is not me going, do this is amazing, this is what's working for me. I guess why I'm sharing it this morning is I am very much at the moment preparing to go to London next week. I fly to London on Thursday and I'll be spending 7 days in London, and I'm going to be embarking on my first ever breathwork training. Now this is with Elif Clark, who is a truly amazing and highly experienced professional who I found on social media and was then a guest on my podcast, Koa Unplugged, the podcast. And I very quickly realized as we got to know each other through the podcast and the interview and the recording that her values, her beliefs, her approach to breath and working with the nervous system and the soma is very aligned with mine. And I was like, I need to do her training. Breathwork was not something that was ever really on my radar. I've always been a bit cautious when it comes to breathwork, looking at it more through a kind of yoga lens, through the yoga training that I've done over the years. For those that don't know, I'm also a yoga teacher. Don't really teach that so much anymore, not as standalone anyway. But I have almost 400 hours of yoga teacher training, trauma-informed teacher training, yoga nidra, yin, restorative yoga, and vinyasa. So I did a lot of breath work, yogic kind of breath work training through that. I'm also a mindfulness teacher, so of course we looked at breath in that way, and with my nervous system training and somatic training and all of that. But I've never done kind of specialist breathwork training, and it's always something I felt cautious about, because we know that it can actually be quite activating, particularly if someone is a trauma survivor or their nervous system is highly dysregulated. And also just if the spaces are not held safely, professionally, and by experienced practitioners. And so there we go. But when I met Elif, I was like, I need to do this training. So I'm going to London to do a week of, I think it's level 1, 2, and 3 trauma-informed breathwork training. And I think the fact that it's trauma-informed is so perfectly aligned with me. I love that. And I know Elif very much lives that, embodies that, and is so professional and yet so genuine and authentic in her approach. There's something that just really draws you to her, or for me anyway. It felt like when I connected with her, her passion for the work comes from a place of healing, from a place of self-awareness, from a place of wanting to offer something that's professional, trauma-informed, and accessible. and that just, yeah. So, and I guess why I'm talking about this, one, I'm super excited about it, and two, it feels like when I booked this, I was in a very different place. I just felt excited about doing a new training, which is very much me. I never stop training and learning. But now the way the universe has gifted me, so thank you, universe. The universe has gifted me with this whole journey of evolution and transformation and healing and acceptance and surrender and stepping into my own new power. From a place of compassion and humbleness and awareness and acceptance and all these things. And because I'm physically also feeling so healthy, physically, mentally, emotionally, somatically, everything, I feel so ready for this training and I feel really open to it. There's a part of me that has a little bit of fear, a bit of nervousness, a touch of the inner critic, kind of, just questioning myself and also being a bit hard on myself and just thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to be in this training? Will I be able to take away what I need to take away? Will I be able to learn what I need to learn? Aware that breathing for a whole week and being immersed in that kind of training, having done several kinds of training like this before in different ways, for my somatic therapist training, for yoga training, mindfulness teacher training, all of that, it really takes you deeper to a point where there's such an opportunity for growth if you're ready. But that often can be painful as well. And so, I'm excited, hugely excited, and also nervous at the same time. But I also know I'm in very safe hands, so I can't wait to be held in that space by Elif and her, all her wonderful team, and I'm sure amazing other course attendees. I'm really looking forward to meeting them as well. So nervousness, worry, I wouldn't say anxiety is a bit of a strong word, a little bit of unsettled feelings, but actually that's overridden by excitement, joy, readiness, openness, and just wanting to grow and learn. So I can't wait. So I'll be keeping you posted whilst I'm on the training. I'll try and do daily updates depending on where I am in my nervous system and how regulated I am. And I will definitely give you my reflections at the end of it. But I just wanted to share that's what's happening with me. And another thing I just want to add very quickly, and sorry, this is as usual turning into a much longer post, is I do not take for granted that I am so incredibly fortunate that I have the opportunities to do these trainings, not only financially, but also mentally, physically. It's something I do not take for granted. I'm incredibly grateful for all of these opportunities that the universe has gifted to me. And so I want to learn from them as much as I can and share as much of that knowledge after all these trainings. And from every time I learn something new and every time I evolve and grow, I want to share that with the rest of the world, with the rest of the community, because I think it's so important that when we train in new modalities, when we learn new things, that we share that with others. It's such a gift. I know I have been fortunate enough to train with so many amazing professionals in my lifetime who have stayed with me, and I remember their teachings and I remember how much I grew and learned, and I want to be the same. I want to share that also with others. So okay, I'm going to go. I need to go to work. I'm wishing you all a beautiful morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are. Elif, if you're watching this, I can't wait to see you next week. And I'm just hugely, hugely grateful. My heart feels warm, overwhelmingly joyful, and I am ready. I am ready for this next part of my journey. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye bye.